V-LOI gang. What's good with y'all, man? Back again like I told y'all I would be. This video's different. This video's different. Hopefully y'all can see why through some of the things that I say in this video, which is why I ended up, coming up from out of this filth, you feel me? Being able to have the luxury of denying my flesh to walk closer to God, and then he gave me a life in which that I had not even known existed because of everything that I had blinding me in my day, in my life. And so, yeah, man, I'm about to give y'all 3 stories about, I'm gonna not give the full breakdown of each story, but kind of give y'all 3 traumatizing stories that, man, I had to either, in a sense that I went through. This happened to people that I knew, So I'm gonna give y'all those stories and, yeah, just do my best at, just showing y'all the method to my madness. Big dog right there, nah, being funny. And I'm steady saying, but I guess I'm a little nervous or whatever. But you know what? It happens, clearly. Anyways, the first story that I want to start with, it was Holly, man. I think about Holly all the time. This is a girl that we knew. She was older than me. She around Duke them age. I know Duke. All of them know Holly. They went to school with her. I'm sure that they graduated. A lot of them probably was in the same graduating class as Holly, man. And she stayed right under where it's weird because I stayed on multiple different, I had family members that, that I was adopted to that lived all over Parkway. So it was I call her my sister, but she wasn't my blood sister. But yeah, I stayed there too for a part of my life. Yeah, Holly, she stayed on the first floor. We stayed on my sister stayed on the second floor. And, her daddy, bro, was one of them dudes. He get money, nice car, old school throwbacks. I'm talking, you could just tell that, you feel me? He was one of them in the streets, man. And I used to always go over needing them crib and see him out there cleaning his car. Holly used to be out there with him and things like that. And, it was just, I was used to seeing them. You get used to seeing people. You get used to greeting people. He was overly cool. He used to stay giving me dollars. He was one of them, man. Obviously, I don't know how he made his money, but you know how the world is, how it's easier for us to get the level of, get financially stable doing things that hurt our own people. So maybe he, did sell. That's probably the reason why, what happened. But the story and why I'm bringing it and why I'm saying it, I met a great dude, and one day I go over there, cops, everything, so really couldn't even get in through that way. So everything died down. I'm on the phone with Nene and my cousins, and everybody just basically said what happened. And somebody knocked on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Holly dad looks out the peep. This is how I even asked. Holly dad looks out the peephole. Boom. Right then his life is taken. Just like that, bro. And this happened on a block, bro. This happened on the block. These stories, this right here, this particular story, bro, I thought was crazy. We had cameras all over the block. Even on the back porch. I don't think that they even worked. They had to put some new ones out. Actually, I don't even think that the cameras was even there at first. I think we got those cameras shortly after, that incident. I can't really remember, but man, that traumatized me, man. I swear I always, even now today, man, I be looking at things like, what if somebody knock on the door, boom, 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 me doing what I'm doing, and I look out the people just to see who it is, and that happened to me, man. And I, there was something that I experienced on the hood, on the block, and I was like, I never want that to be me, man. And it hurt, man. And Holly and them, they eventually moved off the block. The next story, man, I was right here, right then and there, and it's just weird because of the time in which we lived in, man. The darkest was fun. Not the darkest, but I told y'all, our fun was everything that was basically kind of evil if you really look at it. Yeah, we wasn't running solely away from the shots, but we would run away from them until we could get to a place where we could see and still look and be a part of the madness that went on. It's just like some type of spirit that is, like, we'd be, like, put it for instance, if you've ever run from the police, like, it feels like it's funny, or you get in the adrenaline rush, and it's just something in that is just like, you're not running because you scared. You just running because everybody else running, and it's funny. And y'all just, you feel me? I can't really put words on it, but that's just the lifestyle that we live in the hood. It's just like playing with fire, living on edge is what we could basically call it, or say like our phone was living on the edge, pushing limits and things like that. And so, yeah, niggas wasn't really too much paying attention to the volume of what we saying that to say it was this one time in which this was where the Newtown, I don't know if y'all ever heard about, Rah was the first one that we ever lost. And all this stuff correlates with each other because Newtown and the guys was overly into it. And actually, scratch that. This wasn't even Newtown and the guys. This incident right here was literally Charles and them, Trey 5 and all them niggas versus the big guys. And bro, and it was in a sense like it was DeMalo big brother. And yeah, I know I'm saying his name, but it ain't no statute of limitation. I mean, it is a statute of limitations on what I'm saying. And like, yeah, so nothing will happen from this. Trust me, I done already. Yeah, story for another day, but ain't nothing gonna happen to him from this story getting out. But the big guys was into it with the little guys, so much confusion. And literally just even thinking about this is just, I'm happy that I got out of that hood. I'm happy that I got the blessing that I got and was able to live to it, right, man? And I remember we were standing in our whole little group and really just watching, like everybody just sit around and they watch certain things go on in the hood. If somebody fight, if somebody arguing, you watching, and you just sitting there looking like it's messy. It's like misery loves company, and that's what we love to do. We love to see these type of things going on in the hood because it's the only entertainment that we got. It's basically the only entertainment in the sense that we know. So that's all we know. You feel me? And they arguing out the band. Boom, shots rang out. Boom, boom, boom. And one of my homies, I just met this dude. We just started getting close with him. He lived in the first part. Just started getting close. I can't even remember bro name, but cause after this situation, like it's people them, he stopped coming out. Like his mom and them, they went, "Oh yeah, you really can't hang out no more with the guys and whatnot." But he was with us standing in a group, bro, and those shots rang off. Damalo shooting a 357. I don't even know how bro got hit. All I know was we all ran. He wasn't running. And I remember thinking about him, but like not really so much thinking. We just in my head, I'm like, folks gonna be good. Everybody running, we just running, basically laughing. I remember folks laughing like, them crazy. We just laughing and really just not really thinking about that. And the next time, like, we went to folks' crib, he was in the hospital, and we like, what y'all mean he in a hospital? Hospital for what? And he had got hit with one of those bullets that was out, that folks shot out or whatnot, and he got hit. And he was and I don't know if he still is, but he was on the shit bag and changed his life, man. And these incidents I was paying attention to, because that could have been me. Not only could that have been me, man, God spared that man. He could have been gone for nothing. I don't know where I don't even think that we were in we were obviously in close proximity of where the shots rang off at, but he wasn't aiming at us. Somehow, some way, he still got hit. And I think that might have changed the trajectory of his life. He was already different. He wasn't no wild out there, like he really wasn't with the gang. I never shook up no gang hands. He was a different breed, and that happened to him. And maybe it was God's divine reason allowing that to happen to him, so he could see that all year. Even hanging around these niggas ain't what you supposed to. Ain't what you supposed to be doing. That's what I could have taken from that, man. But yeah, I learned from that, man. Just things just build on and piled on, and I started to think about it like, what do I want with my life? Where do I want to be? Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself profiting anything out of this life? Do you see yourself actually getting somewhere in this life that you can appreciate and be comfortable and just really love to be alive? And you feel me? I didn't at all. And the next story, man. Platoon, man. Seeing Platoon when the whole volume of that day, y'all understand that, like, my brain cannot fathom seeing somebody standing over my homie. Really, like, I can't fathom sitting in his chairs telling this story. And every time I think about telling this story, I just think about the grace that God had over my life. Jamal, I just came from up there. She say, Jamal, come back, come here. I don't even remember what she had to tell me. But I'm supposed to be here doing what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be here helping y'all understand that this life ain't for us, man. And yeah, seeing my homie Platoon Brains was the reason. And not only that, like the woman that I live with, that I said in the beginning, who stayed over above Holly, I was living with them during this time. I stayed with them during my freshman year, and this happened during my freshman year. They thought that was me because me and Platoon had the same color. Me? But I was the first one to see him on the ground, bruh. First one. These situations forever changed my life, forever showed me a lot. Maybe, I didn't really understand it fully then, but maybe I still don't understand it fully right now. But I'm way more closer to understanding value in my life over an image than I could ever be when I was there back then. So I hope if you hear this and you watch this far, man, that your life is more than these gangs. That with these raps, nigga, if you are a rapper and you get somewhere in life and now you have that, man, play Satan for a fool now. Start to welcome God into your life, and everything that's crooked in your life, ask him to make it straight. Some things can't be made straight. But I promise you, if you open your heart, your vessel up to my Father, our Father, he going to make you straight. He going to align you with the things that he wants for your life and the will for your life. Go out here and get that, because the world only wants to consume. Did some of my homies. Not some, but a lot. Know over 100 folks that ain't here no more to tell the tale, man. That ain't here to tell the tale, bro. If you out there, man, and you know that the life ain't what you want to do, bro, seek out God. He going to give you a life that you're going to be able to appreciate, man, that you're going to be able to feed life back into life. You hear me? But V-LOI gang, if you ain't a lame, hit that like button, man. We going to be back until we meet again, stupid man.